There were a couple of discussions occurring behind us. The first candidate, I just heard a couple voices. If I could ask you not to have side conversations or wait until the break, because it may hinder somebody else from hearing what the candidate has to say. And they're here. I give them the utmost in respect for them to be able to say and be heard as to what they're answering. So thank you. Hello again. How are you?
We thought maybe you shot early. It was so fast back there.
If successful in your campaign, Mr. Lockhart, what one thing would you most like to accomplish, and how do you propose to accomplish it?
I think we should continue the privatization of the water and sewer project that we've worked on for the last 4 years as county commissioners. At one point, that project was $800,000 as a loss, $800,000. And when the contract was awarded, we sold the plants for $13 million. Anybody here in business today, if you have a contract that's losing $800,000 for the rest of the taxpayers in Cecil County and we sell it for $13 million, in my opinion, it's a good deal.
Please state your position on raising taxes versus spending cuts and your view on the steady growth of government, including the level in which you believe government should solve societal problems versus promoting and enabling private solutions.
The first part of your question there, you said raising taxes? Because we did
Please
not.
state your position on raising taxes versus spending cuts and your view on the steady growth of government.
That's fine. We did not raise taxes this year. As everyone knows, I guess there's 40 years of information they have in the county building. This was the first year that county commissioners ever got the constant yield. So to ask a question, if we're going to continue to raise taxes, we're not. We're going to continue to cut taxes. And one of the ways to do that, I'm sure everyone will realize, is privatization of some other facets that the county government has. And I'm sure later on this evening it will get asked. So at that point, I'll divulge it then.
Okay, thank you. Question 3. Other than increasing property tax yields, how do you propose to increase revenue in response to rising service demands and unfunded mandates from Annapolis and Washington?
I'm not sure increasing the funding demands is a good target goal to have. I think cutting expenses would probably be, at this economic times, a better way to balance a budget. So I would cut expenses before I would try to figure out a way to raise revenue. Raising revenue is just another way for a tax increase.
How should the growth corridor be developed, along with your proposal to protect rural areas from overdevelopment of residential units, and your view on imposing some type of fee on residential developers to help offset infrastructure costs, such as roads, schools, etc.?
The infamous growth corridor in Route 40 has been, since I've been a little boy in this county, everybody's talked about running water and sewer down here, so we are trying to implement that now. I have a hard time being in business in Cecil County that we spend a lot of times as Cecil County government trying to entice new buildings, new construction, new companies to come to Cecil County. The companies that have stayed through Cecil County and worked here and been here for a long time also need to be incentivized to stay here in the county. We spend a lot of time trying to get new companies to come here where we forget about the ones that have stayed here through this tough economic times. And as we were asked earlier when we were talking, the economic times, bar none, is the worst we've ever seen in this county, state, and nation. So we're going to have to get very creative. But I think we need to protect the businesses that are here now before we go out promising the world for the new businesses to come.
Okay, thank you. With Cecil County's proximity to Delaware and its business-friendly tax policies, what is the best use of Bainbridge, considering little economic development seems to be occurring in Cecil County? And how can we use this site to lure employers who require higher education levels or proactively train new employees, resulting in better paying jobs than currently prevalent in Cecil County? And I'll repeat that if you'd like.
I'm okay. The Bainbridge property, without a doubt, is one of the most beautiful sites in Cecil County. If anybody's been down there, it's absolutely gorgeous. It needs to be a mixed use. We need to have some commercial, we need to have some industrial, we need to have some residential. Unfortunately, there's probably people in this room that will realize it's a tough economic time right now. And we probably have, if there's realtors in the room, correct me if I'm wrong, last time I checked, there were 1,600 homes on the multi-list. Until those homes on the multi-list that people in Cecil County are trying to sell right now get sold, there's not going to be a demand for homes at Bainbridge. And in this commissioner's opinion, if there was a demand for housing, Bainbridge would have already taken off. But right now we're at a stalemate. Do you build them and they will come? Or do you wait till the people inquire about them? So that's why we're not seeing the development right now. There are some intricacies with Bainbridge that we're not at liberty to talk about. There are some things that are going on down there that will be very good for the county.
Thank you, Mr. Lockhart.
Thank you. Should I be early? Should I be too?
We will now take a 5-minute break. Again, we're going to have